Good afternoon, everyone. It's Michelle Jean coming at you with another video. And if you hear traffic or noise, cars going up and down, please forgive me, but my window is open fully and I'm so enjoying it because it's now May the 10th and we are finally getting some beautiful weather here in Toronto. So don't mind the traffic, or if you hear some little reggae or soca going on, please don't mind it. It's just people enjoying the warm weather because it's really needed. We really needed the warmth. As this video states, communicating with the dead. Now, have you ever thought about what it's like communicating with the dead? Would you piss your pants, and excuse my language, or would you defecate all over yourself in fear? Have or has the dead, your dearly departed, ever tried to communicate with you? Well, this is all for me. It's normal. It's different, but normal for me. You will not understand, but for some it's creepy, but for people like me, it's basic. It's like going to your bed and waking up each and every day. It's just normal. It's an everyday part of my life. Okay. Now, in this slots, as I do give you slots, it's like for some, this is the way to communicate with a higher force, including spirits. But for me, this isn't. I do not sit in a lotus position with my fingers, with the different finger gestures, trying to communicate with a higher being. It for me, communicating with a higher being is like it's like seeing the dead. It's a natural occurrence for me, and I don't know if I can explain it to you. um and it is hard. It is so hard to explain, so I'm gonna leave it at that. It's for you if this is the way to communicate with a higher force or higher beings out there. This is great. Continue to do it. But for me, this is not my way. And it will never be my way because I know differently. My knowledge is different. Um, the way I know how energy works is different from this, you know, but for some, this is perfectly fine. This is their energy flow. Like energy communicates. Energy truly vibrates, energy speak, energy cures, energy lives. And for a lot of you, you may not comprehend this, but once you have, I would say, higher knowledge or knowledge of certain things, all of this that I'm talking about becomes basic. Well, basic for me, but not basic for others. you know it's a normal. I Basic is even not even the right word to use, but this is like normal. This is my normal life, a normal in my life. Okay, if that make any sense to you whatsoever. Yeah, in this slide it says communicating to the dead is so easy for me that this is a norm, regular in my life. And yes, communicating with the dead is regular in my life. If you go back and there's a little mini video that I did about the dead rising, where I spoke about this child that ensure. Oh man, did she ever make sure she made me see her? Um, some of my other books, or in a lot of my books, I talk about seeing the dead, communicating with them, as well as tell you certain things, because death is all around and death will forever ever take from life. You may not comprehend why death take from life, but I know that death take from life. Yes, death can be stopped, but the way humans are, and I may seem cold or sound cold now, but death must go with their wicked and evil own. Like, you will not comprehend this, but continue to watch the video, and please keep in mind that in everything that you do here on earth, all the negatives that we do here on earth, there are consequences. There are negatives to it. People do not understand or comprehend why some people die, but you have to look into the sins that each individual human do on the face of this planet, and not just individually but also as a collective of people, because what we think is right is truly not right. It is wrong. But I'm not here to bash you on your beliefs, your traditions, or however you were raised. But know that the sins that we do here on earth come at a cost, and there are consequences to the different sins that we as humans do here on earth. And I'm going to leave that as that. If you'd like for me to clarify this, please leave a comment in the comment section of this video, because I do read the comments whenever I see them, and I do answer back. So whatever you need clarification on, please let me know and I will do my best to clarify it for you. Now, these are questions that I've asked in this slot. Do I see dead people? Yes. Do I communicate with dead people? Yes. Can I tell you about your life after you die? Yes. Oh God. Oh yeah, I can tell you. Oh man, that's just easy for me. So, so easy. Um, can I tell some of you what will happen to your spirit in the grave once you die? Yes. Therefore, come into my world and let me tell you what is truly going to happen to you if you do not know. Yes, this is based on your sins, the evils you've done here on earth, but it's also based on other things. Now, I'm the type of person that like to give knowledge and I like to educate you. So, as always, this is where knowledge begins. So, no, if you seek knowledge, knowledge will find you. I repeat, if you seek knowledge, knowledge will find you. You know, knowledge is something that is key to life, and we all need it. Now, sit back and let me tell you about what happened to me yesterday, the day after Mother's Day. And yes, I am going to talk about the resurrection, as Christians believe in the resurrection of Christ, but they truly do not know what that resurrection is, nor do they know what it means. So I'm going to tell you about it. Now, Mother's Day for me was perfect. I didn't get to go up to see my mom or go up to her grave on Mother's Day. I went yesterday, and my son and I, we were trying to find flowers, but oh man, we could not find any. So we eventually got some tulips. Or he did. He went into the store and he got some tulips and stuff. And we brought it up to her. But on my way, shortly before I got to where she's buried, I felt something like this. It's not even something. She was communicating with me. I know how she communicates with me when I'm in the flesh. Well, it's not when I'm in the flesh. I am in the flesh. How she communicates with me physically, and oh, that feeling was oh so strong. And when we got to where she was buried, there was someone was buried beside her. And we didn't stay long. We washed off her grave, her headstone, disinfected it, put the flowers on, and I told her it's like I wasn't gonna say much to her because there was someone there beside her. So we did our stuff, cleaned off her grave, gave her flowers. Um, I sat in the car, and then my son came to me, and it's like he was saying something to me, and I was like, as if I was in another world. That's the best way I can explain it to you, me being in another world. But I was right there. It's just that I couldn't really say anything to him. I was zoned out. And I eventually came back within that zone. And I didn't go say a final, see you later, mom, I'm coming back soon. It's just, I did not feel right in that situation and in that sense. So, like I said, we left, and my son was saying to me, hopefully the person that they buried beside her is a good person and not an evil person. And I want to talk about um, burials, and I think I'm going to, it's not, I think, I know I'm going to do that in another video, because as children and people of God, or the righteous and or the saved, we can no longer bury our dead beside people that, sorry about that, my son knocked at my door letting to let my dog in, because I locked her out of my room because I was doing this video. She wanted to go drink her water and eat, so I just closed the door so my son let her back in. Now, as I was saying about the burying of our dead, we have to start getting into the practices, and I will talk about this in another video, of thinking who we bury our dead loved ones beside. Now, like this morning, after all that happened yesterday, um, my mother was still communicating with me, and I dreamt I was back at her gravesite, and the person that was buried beside her, I don't know if it's male or female, but they're like Indian and or Babylonian Indian. And in the dream, the person did not let me see them, but I know what they were doing. And in the dream, it was like a ball, this pink ball coming down. There was no, before that there was this like a white paper, just like how I saw when in real, when I was up at my mom, the paper flowing. I saw the white paper again in my dream, and this Babylonian Indian coming down, as well as a pink ball. And I said, I know what you're doing. And I reiterated with them, I warned them of not interfering with my mother. Do not mess with her. Yes, I want to say the F word, because I am one dangerous person when it comes to my mom or people them that I truly love. I will lock their ass in hell permanently if that dead person interferes with my mom. Trust me, they will not like it. And yes, I when I go back to my mom's grave again to put flowers on there, I will let that dead person know if they ever thing with my mom, mess with her, they are locked. They don't know what I will do. I'll create a, how would you say, uh, hotter hell for their ass in hell. So don't mess with my mom and where she's at. Like I said, I'm going to talk about how we are to bury our dead in another video, because right now the way things are and the way we are doing things, we are burying our dead wrong if that person is good. And I will clarify things further in my other video. So yes, I do see death. I do see, um I can close my eyes and I will see who's going to die, I can tell you how gruesome or how brutal that person or people are or people are going to die. I don't just see death in my dreams. I see them when I close my eyes, waking state visions for which I cannot pinpoint. So therefore, I leave those alone until things happen. One of the things that I would have truly loved to have done was, or what I would have truly liked was to have had the ability to draw. Um, in that sense, if I'd had the ability to draw, like draw people, I could and would have been able to draw the faces or the people that I see that are going to die. But I guess this is good for me that I don't have that ability, because it's the way some people die. It's horrific, and you of yourself would not want to see that. So let me continue on with this video. So if you like this video so far, give it a thumbs up, share it, and I will always tell you, you're not obligated to subscribe to my channel, but if you feel a need to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to it so that whenever I upload a video, you will see there's certain things that I want to do. There's certain things, health stuff, that I want to promote freely for myself to let you know. So my video isn't always about dreams. I want to start doing some fun stuff, some really, really fun stuff, because as it is, I am, I would say, linear in certain things, and I want to get out of that linear type of lifestyle. Now, in this slot here, these are some of the books that I've written. This the first one. I know it's so dark. This the first one is like the Mark of the Beast clarified. So if you want to know of what the Mark of the Beast is, and trust me, get this book. So get this book. This will clarify a lot of stuff, and it also for, oh man, just get it, because I don't want to I want to tell you, but I don't want to tell you. I just want you to get the book. Just get it, get it, get it. These two books, the New Book of Knowledge books, it's book one and book two. But the first one, the one, the pink cover, did not say book one, but it's the first one. Then you've got the second one. This is the book that tells you about the cost of different sins. And you need to know, because just think of these two books as like the book of Judges. Then, and I don't want to get into Revelations, but Revelations talk about the book that God is going to judge people out of. Well, like I've said in other videos and said in my books, God asked me to write a book, and I could not get away from it. So God got his books. Therefore, the title, if you can see it, if you bend down closer, you will see the name on the on the cover of this book. So God got his book. So therefore, this is the book of Judges that Revelations talk about. And I will tell you, when death is issuing their judgment, because God do not judge anyone. It's our sins that judge us. All the sins that we do here on earth, doesn't matter what, whether it be adultery, whether it be stealing, whether it be scamming, whether it be lying, whether it be murder, all come at a cost. And in these two books, it gives you the cost of each sin. So this is the book that death has to go by. But like I said, in the realm of death, death doesn't have to comply, because the realm of death is the realm of death. Death can do whatever he or she wants in their realm. Therefore, always know and forever know that life cannot take from death. However, death can take from life. And the way death take and or takes from life is due to our sins, the sins that we do each and every day without thinking of the consequences and or the cost to each sin that we are committing. Okay. Now, these are some of the books that I've written: Life After Death, My Talk with Black People, and October 2021, Dreams. These, like, dream books is what I see to come future wise. So, I have many of those books out there. I also have videos that talk about dreams that that's to come. Um, and it's like, oh, I don't even know how to explain. So excuse me, because I'm like being boggled up when it comes to my dreams, because I've seen so much, and it's like a lot of you do not know about it, um or know about what is to come future wise. Now, going back to one of my dreams that I didn't put in a video, as you see the table here, it wasn't a table, but this table reminds me of a interlocking street, like a street that interlocks. You may not see it, but the way I see things is different from you. So the streets that were interlocked, I don't know which country has interlocking streets, but I dreamt I was there in this country with interlocking streets, and the water just came and just flooded the place. So wherever there's streets that are interlocked, like interlocking driveway, hopefully interlocking driveway, you know what I mean? That land is going to be flooded. And like I said, I did not put it in a dream video, but know that many lands are going to get flooded out. There is, and I will forever tell you, there is going to be food shortage because the climate of Earth has and have changed. People will chalk this up to be El Nino, or excuse me if I pronounce the word incorrectly, but environmental changes or global environmental change. But all of this, all that is happening here on Earth has and have to do with us as humans. When we are building, when we are drinking, when we are partying, when we are having kids, when we are doing everything, saying, yeah, life is so great. Sorry about that. My son just came back into my room again. He brought me food for dinner later, which is great. So I don't have to worry about cooking. Now, like I said, when we were partying, having kids, when we were developing, when we are drilling, when we are doing everything to say make our life happy here on earth, we are not thinking, or we did not think about Mother Earth and the consequences, the negative reactions, or the consequence, or the consequences of Earth. I've told you in another video and in some of my books, Earth is expandable, but because of us as humans, Earth cannot expand. She cannot and she will not give us more land space for us to continually destroy her. Just keep taking, building, building, building without thinking about her life, because she is also energy. Oh my gosh, she is beautiful energy. Now, coming back to my book Life After Death, I didn't talk about the resurrection in there. And when it comes to resurrection, it's like, Christians believe that the dead is going to rise up, I guess, in the sky and go to God. But that is not what the resurrection means. And if you do not know about energy and how energy works, then you will not and you cannot comprehend resurrection. You have to know what energy is. Now, the resurrecting for me and how I know it to be, because my beautiful and gorgeous mother made me realize that just yesterday when I was at her gravesite too. I was thinking to my, I was saying, I wasn't thinking, yeah, I was thinking about it, and I've always thought about it and I've always said it. And I was telling my son, if I had the money, I would take her from where she is, like literally exhume her casket and her body and take it to a place where she doesn't have to be beside people that she does not know or she do not know. And like I said, I'm going to talk about how we are to bury our dead in another video, so watch out for that. Now, with me saying that, coming home, I was thinking about it, and with energy, and a lot of you might think I'm whacked and I'm crazy and I am way out there in thought, but I am not way out there in thought because I know how energy works. Like I said, I know how humans came into being. I know how the earth was formed. This is the energy, are the force or the power that death requires. And when I say death, Satan, because this power, with this power, you could create at will. And I know this power. I don't have it. I don't have access to it because this power is so great. I told God, you keep it. But there are times when I say, you know what? Yeah, I wish I didn't say that. I wish I had that power. But like I said, I know how energy works, and with this energy, with me knowing it, and if I had it, and this is what resurrection is, the resurrection is actually using that power, that energy, to bring life back to the dead. And when I say bring life back to the dead, I mean literally giving, say, see how I wanted to move my mom's body. Okay, I could have just opened her casket, and if I had the energy to literally put back her flesh on her bones. So yes, that is the resurrection. The resurrection is literally putting back the skin, the flesh, the organs, everything on that human body so that that person can live again without having the diseases, without having to die. It's just life all over. This is something that I know is possible because I felt it. And once you know how how life is created, um, or how life came into being, how earth came into being, and you know of that great power, then you will know what I'm talking about. It is something that is beautiful. You know, when you are chosen, when God choose you to do something for him, usually that person has, or they get knowledge to, they have access to God, they have access to a lot of things, but it's not easy. It is hard, though you know, though you have access to things, it is very difficult because you have so much negative things around you. So it's not easy to do. Like, I suffer with chronic back pain. And I said to myself, if I had that power, I could cure my back pain. But I don't need, how do you say? I know God, well, God has and have cured it already. And because me fresh, me gonna talk my language now because that's the only way me can explain for you if you understand. We go fresh with God. And you know what? God say, yeah, make sure you're back and you go fresh with me. Well, all right. So we're gonna now me go put back the pain on your behind, well no, because you're too damn fierce. And that is what happened. You know, the pain came back because I was rude to God. and now I'm suffering the consequences. But I know with energy, the right knowledge, the right access, the right power, and the right teaching when it comes to this power, all will be well. I know for the righteous, the good and true, all that is happening now here on earth is something that we know is to happen. But come 2032, it all has to change. There's something beautiful is what I'm telling you, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful that is going to happen to earth after 2032. But this beauty is only for the righteous, it's not for the evil or the wicked and evil. And this is why now death is taking their people. Death have to take their people. There's more people are going crazy. They're doing a lot of whacked out stuff. But like I said, death have to take their wicked and evil own. If you are not righteous, you don't worry about it. You're not phased by it. But if you are unrighteous, you will be phased by it. You will say, oh my gosh, all these things happen. No, it is to come. Death have to claim their wicked and evil own. And if you, excuse me, were to read any of my books, it tells you why. And basically, all out, it all has to do with our sins that we as humans don't think about, sins that are there on our death record, which is our sin record, that has and have not been paid off and or paid down. Okay, and I'm going to leave this this because I I've made this video so long, way too long. And if I did not clear up anything, or if I've confused you in this video when it comes to the resurrection just means it's like that individual, that person that God has chosen and given power to, this great power, the power that Satan wants, this power that Satan's children and people need here on earth to continue living. If evil were to get that power, they can create a new earth. They can do whatever they want to do because they have the power to do anything. So therefore, the resurrection, the true resurrection, is using that power, that energy source, to put back flesh onto a dead body, or the bones of the dead, and letting that person live again. It is possible, and I know it's possible. It can be done. And no, do not look at me. I do not have access to that power because I told God to keep it. Unless God is holding my hand to do certain things, then if God isn't holding my hand to do certain things, I don't want it. If God is holding my hand and being right there in the midst of it all and saying, okay, let us do this together, then yes, that's fine with me. Because trust me, sometimes, all right. And I'm going to leave it at that. So, yes, I know what the resurrection is, and the resurrection can happen. And I want to say it's going to happen, but power, the energy is, you know what? I'm not going to say anything because I know that energy can be attained here on earth. Trust me, I know it can. It's just, you just have to be in the land that God needs you to be in, and everything will come into fold, everything will come into being. So, as I move forward, you know, dare to dream, always think wise, think smart, always live. Do not live to die, live to live. When we live into dying, you will not understand. Um, Living to die is your sins. When you sin reckless and rude, day in and day out, you are living to die. You are not living to live. So if you can inspire someone, share wisdom, share knowledge with someone, please do so, because knowledge is key, or one of the keys to life. You need to have knowledge. If you have not knowledge, you have nothing. You are just dead. So, on that note, I am going to leave off. Have yourself a beautiful day. And like I said, if I did not clarify something in this video, please let me know. I'm also going to be doing a thank you video, and please watch that thank you video, because I am going to extend the olive branch, and I'm saying olive branch, love you, and which is God for me. Love you is God. I'm going to extend the olive branch to a lot of you if you need it. If you need life, if you truly need life, take this olive branch, because though you go to church, oh man, I will talk about pastors in another video, because it's like I need to. So I'm leaving off right now. So have yourself a blessed and wonderful day. And if no one has ever told you, truly love you, think of you, do all that is good for you, because at the end of the day, if you are not saved by a saved, you have to save you. So all the good that you do can and will save you. So have happy thoughts. If you need to talk, like this comment, I love to talk. Oh gosh, I love to talk. Anyways, bye guys. I've talked too much. Okay? Talk to you guys in another video. And yes, this is the real me. So me. I am not judgmental. I refuse to judge. This is just the natural me that rambles on, talks, and I don't even edit these things out of my videos because I don't want to. I just need you to accept the true and real me, and this is the true and real me. So get to know me and let me get to know you, so that we can bless each other and share our blessings, so that when the time come, well, coming up to 2032, where you need to be saved, you can say, listen, me not worry now, because say, me shall have me saved. All right. So talk to you guys in another video. Bye for now.